All right, guys, here are the last additions to the mini Warmutt Great September Paint Challenge. As you can see, mostly vehicles. Got a British 8th Army officer here. Also got the Yamato. But I have an M8 Greyhound. I actually didn't like the guy that was mounted in here. As you can see, it's only the upper torso. So I do have this Rubicon set. And I have the guy that I want to use mostly assembled. Let me just show off what this is. It's just a U.S. Armored Vehicle Crew set number 1. So I do have the guy mostly assembled. I actually have to get some super glue because the Tamiya thin cement is not working with keeping the arms of the head on, as you can see right here. But in any case, he'll stand in the canopy right there. And I think will be an overall better figure for the crew on the Greyhound than the half torso guy there. Also got a KV1 here. Already put the decals on. Gotta just paint the rest, as you can see. Just primered in the Russian green. This is not going to be a very hard vehicle to paint. I can't find the KV2 turret, because what's nice about the Warlord KV1 KV2 kit is that you actually have both components for both turrets and you can swap them out. If I can find that, then I'll be able to field this as a KV2, but for now, just a KV1. Then lastly, I have this British Airborne or SAS Jeep. I was initially painting it for Europe. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue to do that. This thing is chock full of machine guns. In fact, there was a pintle mounted machine gun that was supposed to go here, but I lost it. So I'm just gonna keep with what I have here. Again, this is a Rubicon model, so not heroic scale like Warlord, but will fit in just well. Question is whether or not I'm gonna put it on the base. But anyway, these are the last additions to the paint challenge that I'm gonna have. Let's see how far I get. And then when I come back, we'll see what I was able to finish. All right, here's the first part of what I completed for the final episode of the Mini Warmutt Paint Challenge. I have a Airborne or SAS Jeep right there. Lots of machine guns. Got the KV1. And then we have the R75 motorcycle. So I just want to put the KV1 in profile and kind of put the bike, the motorcycle, and the Jeep. Look how huge that tank is. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, let me get a better shot of the tank here for you guys. So, Russian green for the main color of the tank, with a military wash from Army Painter as the main wash. And then I went in with some Seraphim sepia around the joins of the tank itself and some flat parts of it to kind of give it that weathered and rusted look, especially around the rivets there. Tracks are black, and that's pretty much it. And this was not a very difficult tank to paint. All right, we'll get this out of the way. Got the Airborne SAS Jeep here. This was initially primered in Army Painter Skeleton Bone, as you can see with the tanks there. Sorry, we got a lot of construction happening across the street, so if you're hearing that, that's what that is. But in any case, there's a Jeep. Kind of painted it in an army green for most of the chassis. A little bit of the details there. Did the smock and the berets denote the Airborne. So yeah. All right, and then finally, here is the R75 motorcycle. German Feldgrau is the main color. Did a little bit of the darker camo green on some of the helmets and some of the metal. Not a very difficult model to paint. I did put this one on a base because this is a Rubicon model rather than a Warlord model, so it's not as chunky. Actually, same thing with the Jeep here. This is a Rubicon model. I'm still debating whether I'm going to put the Jeep on a base, but the bike certainly, I felt like it needed it. and then obviously the KV1. So that's it for part 1 of this update. I'm going to show off the rest of what it was. All right, here are my final 2 models for Mini Warmutt's Great September Paint Challenge. We got the IJN Yamato. Very simple paint scheme. I know the decking is actually supposed to be lighter, but I did a red leather Vallejo decking on here to kind of match the other ships that I have out of the set. Normally the wooden decking would have been a lot lighter. Very simple model to paint. Again, ocean base. I didn't really do anything other than shade the water. I did do the nameplate, but I gotta clean that up, make it look a little nicer. And in fact, for both of these models, because I ran out of my Army Painter dark tone wash, I actually mixed up my own wash using craft paint, black paint, with a mix of water and isopropyl alcohol. It did leave it with a more matte finish than the other washes that I've used in the past, but that seems to be fine. It doesn't look too bad. I'll play around with the formula a little bit more, see if I can get a nicer finish, but doesn't look too bad. And then we have the M8 Greyhound here. Very easy model to paint. Do have the Rubicon crew member right there. Again, decals, that dark wash, painting the tools on the hull here kind of breaks up the all army green color. But again, not a very complicated or not a very complex model to paint. Turned out very nice. Again, used my homemade wash on this, and it didn't turn out half bad. So yeah, those are the last 2 models for my part of the paint challenge. I'm gonna now move ahead and show you all the models I've painted and talk about some of the stuff that I did not get to work on that I said I would work on in this challenge. All right, here it is. All of the models that I painted for the challenge. Doesn't look like a lot, but for me it's pretty significant. I've never painted these many models in such a short period of time, so I'm pretty happy with how this has turned out. We'll start off with the Victory at Sea models. Got 2 Fletchers, the Indianapolis, and the Idaho, as well as the Yamato. For bolt action, as you can see, most of these models that I painted are bolt action. I did find the missing 2 tropical uniform Fallschirmjägers, and now I have a full squad of 10. Got the Fallschirmjäger recoilless, the 251, the R75 back there. We have Enrico Francisi and the Italian weapons teams, a KV1. Then we have the Sikh squad, six-man Sikh squad, and then a 5-man squad of Aussies. And to round it off, we have the SAS Willys Jeep and the M8 Greyhound. So pretty happy with how this turned out. A couple of things that I talked about during the challenge. I did not do the Japanese weapons team, nor did I do the universal carrier. Just wasn't in the cards, but glad to have at least completed what I did. And it's a significant amount of progress, at least on my end, in terms of getting stuff painted. Now that I'm kind of in the mode, I'll probably continue painting more stuff, but I'm just going to do another pass of all the minis. And yeah, that is pretty much it for my portion of the Mini Warmutt Great September Paint Challenge. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the series. And hopefully those guys that are, hopefully you've watched some of the videos from the other participants and enjoyed as well. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. If you like this video, go ahead and click like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I appreciate it if you would. Click the bell notification icon to get notified of all new hobby vlog coming out of the channel. And then click the link in the description below to join our Discord server. That's the best way I can personally interact with you and chit-chat you about bolt action, Victory at Sea, and any other game that I cover on the channel. That's it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more hobby vlog from WarGamingNewb Historical.